Grand Theft Auto 6 is the highly anticipated next installment in Rockstar Games' flagship open-world crime series. Set in the neon-soaked metropolis of Leonida, a reimagined version of Vice City, the game follows protagonists Jason and Lucia as they navigate a sprawling narrative filled with crime, betrayal, and ambition. The game promises to push the boundaries of interactive storytelling, featuring an expansive open world, dynamic weather systems, and a richly detailed environment that reacts to player choices. With its blend of satirical humor and immersive gameplay, Grand Theft Auto 6 aims to set a new standard for open-world experiences.
She's supposed to be getting out.
What's your name?
Jason Duval.
I seen you here before.
You might have. Hey.
Hey.
DokeV is an upcoming open-world action-adventure game developed by Pearl Abyss. Set in a vibrant and whimsical world, players collect creatures known as DokeV, which are inspired by Korean folklore. The game features a dynamic day-night cycle, diverse environments, and a blend of single-player and multiplayer experiences. With its colorful art style and energetic gameplay, DokeV aims to offer a fresh take on the creature-collecting genre, combining elements of exploration, combat, and storytelling. Ghost of Yōtei is an upcoming action-adventure game developed by Sucker Punch Productions and published by Sony Interactive Entertainment. Set in 1603, over 300 years after the events of Ghost of Tsushima, the game introduces a new protagonist, Atsu, a female warrior seeking revenge against the Yōtei Six, a group of masked outlaws responsible for her family's murder. The game features a non-linear narrative, allowing players to choose the order in which they pursue their targets. Gameplay includes melee combat with various weapons such as dual katanas, odachi, and kusarigama, as well as stealth elements and open-world exploration in the rugged landscapes of northern Japan. Project DX is an upcoming MMORPG developed by Nexon Games, based on the Durango Wildlands intellectual property. Set in a post-apocalyptic world teeming with dinosaurs, the game offers an immersive survival experience with crafting, trading, and the ability to tame and ride prehistoric creatures. Players can form alliances, build communities, and engage in epic battles against giant dinosaurs, all within a richly detailed open world. The game aims to revitalize the genre by combining realistic survival mechanics with a unique setting. The Outer Worlds 2 is the highly anticipated sequel to Obsidian Entertainment's acclaimed sci-fi RPG. Set in the Arcadia star system, a colony dominated by mega-corporations, players assume the role of an Earth Directorate agent tasked with investigating mysterious rifts threatening the colony amidst a brewing factional war. The game retains its first-person perspective, blending combat, stealth, and dialogue-driven storytelling. Players can expect an expanded arsenal of weapons, enhanced visuals powered by Unreal Engine 5, and a branching narrative influenced by player choices.
In 2025. Welcome back to the future.
Legend of Ymir is an upcoming MMORPG developed by WeMade, drawing inspiration from Norse mythology. Set in a world on the brink of Ragnarok, players can choose from 4 distinct classes: Berserker, Skald, Velva, and Warlord, each offering unique abilities and playstyles. The game features expansive open-world exploration, large-scale PvP battles, and a rich narrative steeped in mythological themes. Utilizing Unreal Engine 5, Legend of Ymir boasts high-fidelity graphics, realistic lighting, and detailed character models, aiming to deliver a cinematic and immersive gaming experience. Borderlands 4 is the upcoming installment in Gearbox Software's acclaimed looter-shooter franchise. Set on the new planet Kairos, players assume the role of one of 4 new Vault Hunters, leading a resistance against the oppressive regime of the Timekeeper and his synthetic army, the Order. The game introduces enhanced movement mechanics, including double jumping, gliding, dodging, and grappling, allowing for more dynamic combat and exploration. Players can expect a seamless open-world experience without loading screens, a vast arsenal of outrageous weaponry, and the series' signature humor.
Be advised, a citywide curfew has been enacted. Violators will be shot on sight.
Where Winds Meet is an open-world action RPG developed by Everstone Studios and published by NetEase Games. Set during the tumultuous 5 Dynasties and 10 Kingdoms period in ancient China, players take on the role of a young swordsman navigating political intrigue and personal discovery. The game features a vast 20-square-kilometer map, diverse combat styles inspired by wuxia martial arts, and a rich narrative steeped in Chinese history and mythology. Players can engage in various activities, including medicine, exploration, and combat, all within a beautifully rendered world powered by the proprietary Messiah engine. The Age of Bhaarat is an upcoming dark fantasy action RPG developed by Terra Gaming, an Indian studio co-founded by veteran game developer Nuruddin Abud, actor Amitabh Bachchan, and author Amish Tripathi. Set in ancient India, players assume the role of a forest warden defending their homeland against an invasion by Rakshasa demons. The game features intense battles with a unique grappling hook system for vertical traversal, an arsenal of traditional Indian weapons combined with spiritual powers, and a rich narrative inspired by Indian epics like the Ramayana.
Fight the monsters! Stand with your people!
Little Devil Inside is an upcoming action-adventure game developed and published by NeoStream Interactive. Set in a 19th century Victorian-inspired world with elements of steampunk, the game follows the professional and personal lives of explorers investigating supernatural events. Players take on the role of Billy, a swordsman employed by a research team to travel the world in search of the supernatural. The game offers both single-player and cooperative multiplayer modes, blending survival elements with a satirical take on monster hunting. Players will navigate a surreal, semi-open world, engaging in combat, exploration, and various side quests. Chrono Odyssey is an ambitious open-world MMORPG developed by NPIXEL and published by Kakao Games. Set in the expansive fantasy realm of Cetera, the game introduces innovative time manipulation mechanics that allow players to alter the flow of combat and reshape the environment. Built using Unreal Engine 5, Chrono Odyssey offers stunning visuals, dynamic weather systems, and a seamless open world that evolves with each season. Players can engage in large-scale battles, explore diverse landscapes, and experience a rich narrative that intertwines with the game's unique temporal elements.
I shall return you to the past. You must prevail, no matter the cost. Reshape the future by your own hand. Sentinel of Cetera, I await your return.
Otherskin is an upcoming third-person action-adventure game developed by Game Atelier and published by FDG Entertainment. Set on the mysterious planet Vandermeer, players assume the role of Alex, the 13th volunteer in a series of solo missions aimed at investigating the source of a spreading corruption threatening the universe. Equipped with a high-tech AI suit, Alex can absorb organic abilities from defeated enemies, enhancing combat and traversal capabilities. The game combines elements of sci-fi exploration, Metroidvania-style progression, and atmospheric storytelling to deliver a unique gaming experience. Death Stranding 2, On the Beach is the sequel to Hideo Kojima's 2019 title, developed by Kojima Productions and published by Sony Interactive Entertainment. Set in a post-apocalyptic world, the game continues the story of Sam Porter Bridges, portrayed by Norman Reedus, as he embarks on a new mission to reconnect isolated communities. The game introduces new characters, including Tomorrow, Rainey, and Neil, alongside returning characters like Fragile and Higgs.
Distribution network. They withdrew once things were up and running. So your friends and co-workers all went their separate ways. Within network coverage, there's no need to rely on human porters anymore. So after I closed up shop, I went and started a new group. One that handles work in regions outside the UCA. We decided to call ourselves
Star Wars Zero Company is an upcoming single-player, turn-based tactics game developed by Bit Reactor in collaboration with Respawn Entertainment and Lucasfilm Games. Set during the twilight of the Clone Wars, players assume the role of Hawks, a former Republic officer leading a customizable squad of operatives, including Mandalorians, clone troopers, astromechs, and Jedi, on a secret mission to thwart a mysterious galactic threat. The game features strategic combat mechanics inspired by titles like XCOM, allowing players to customize their squad, build a base for recruiting and intelligence gathering, and engage in missions across the galaxy.
But that's the job, and they get it done.
Everwind is an upcoming first-person sandbox survival RPG, developed by Enjoy Studio SA and published by Bohemia Interactive. Set in a world of floating islands, players embark on adventures aboard customizable airships, exploring procedurally generated environments filled with mysteries and challenges. The game emphasizes cooperative multiplayer, allowing friends to build bases, gather resources, craft items, and engage in combat together. Players can wield magical staffs, utilize alchemy, and face various foes in dungeons, all within a fully destructible environment that encourages creative problem-solving and exploration. The Duskbloods is an upcoming action role-playing game developed by From Software and published by Nintendo. Set in a gothic vampire-inspired world, the game introduces players to the Bloodsworn, vampire-like characters, each possessing unique weapons and abilities. Players can customize their characters in a dedicated hub area, adjusting attributes and roles that influence gameplay dynamics. The game features a dynamic event system that introduces special enemy spawns and additional objectives, enhancing replayability and strategic depth.
Soon to depart.
I pray that you are able, carrier of blood.
Crimson Desert is an upcoming open-world action-adventure game developed by Pearl Abyss, set in the war-torn medieval realm of Pywell. Players assume the role of Cliff, a mercenary leader of the Greymanes, navigating a continent embroiled in power struggles following the king's coma. The game features a rich high-fantasy setting with mythical beasts, diverse environments, and combo-based hack-and-slash combat, including horseback battles and duels. Gameplay emphasizes player choice, with decisions impacting the story and world. Crimson Desert also includes activities like cooking, fishing, climbing, puzzle solving, and resource management.
For those who have died.
Exodus is an upcoming AOA science fiction action-adventure role-playing game developed by Archetype Entertainment. Set in a distant future, the game explores humanity's evolution into transhuman species known as Celestials, and their interactions with newly arrived humans from ancient Ark ships in the Centauri cluster. The game delves into themes of time dilation and cosmic travel, with a narrative that builds on the interest sparked by stories like Interstellar.
Target acquired.
Many thanks again for your help.
You should have been honest.
This place is forbidden. The price is death.
That's what it means to be a traveler.
Mafia: The Old Country is an upcoming action-adventure game developed by Hangar 13 and published by 2K Games. Serving as a prequel to the original Mafia trilogy, the game is set in early 20th century Sicily, specifically in the fictional town of San Celeste. Players will follow the story of Enzo Favara, a young man who escapes a life of indentured labor in sulfur mines by joining the Teresi crime family. The narrative delves into the origins of organized crime, emphasizing themes of loyalty, honor, and sacrifice. Unlike the open-world approach of Mafia 3, this installment returns to a linear, story-driven format reminiscent of the first two games in the series.
You again.
Light of Motiram is an upcoming open-world survival crafting game developed by Aurora Studio and published by Tencent Games and Polaris Quest. Set in a post-apocalyptic world overrun by colossal mechanical beasts known as Mechanimals, players will explore diverse environments ranging from lush rainforests to arid deserts. The game emphasizes base building, resource gathering, and technological advancement, allowing players to train Mechanimals and confront formidable bosses. With support for up to 10-player co-op and cross-platform play, Light of Motiram aims to deliver a seamless multiplayer experience.